Hey everybody, what's up? This is Flashstack. Welcome to another DevPro compilation. Now, I know today's Friday and I'm supposed to be doing a dueling network episode, but unfortunately the deck I am working on right now has not gotten anywhere near finished yet. It takes some time to build these, so I'm not going to be able to upload a dueling network episode this week, but I took my real deck that I use all the time um, uh, when I duel some of my friends. So I'm going to show you that. Now I know you're going to see the deck. You're going to go, oh look, it's Lightsworn. He's already done 2 videos on it. Well, I'm sorry. But that's the way it's going to be. So let's go. This is going to be the longest compilation ever. Everybody's just like, ooh, Lightsworns. They're all luck. Everybody hates on the Lightsworns. I don't know why. Lightsworns are good. A true Lightsworn duelist can make it to where it's not luck and it's all intentional. And that's what I do. Now, as with all my Lightsworn decks, you're going to go like, oh, this is really similar to the structure deck. Well, it is, because that's how I started. If you saw my Realm of Light structure deck strategy session, you would know that it was the first one I bought. The first cards I got on my own. So I feel really connected to Lightsworns, and I've just tried to improve it every way I can ever since. Ah, yes, DevBot and its wide assortment of cards. But yeah, all I did was take a structure deck, and I've been improving on it for a year now. I don't go and just buy random cards online. I usually just, if I get a card pack and something's good, I'll do it. If I'm talking to my friends and they have a card I want, I'll trade for it. And I rarely ever go and buy single cards unless I know that they're low cost because I have a very low budget, and I know that they are useful. If they're not useful, I don't get them. Yeah, this is the most up to date this is the most up to date copy of my deck, and it's by far the best because I added Krebons recently, and it has been a huge help in multiple ways. So yeah, Krebons has been a help. Um, what else has been a help? Um, Half Break has been a help. Dawn Knight especially has been a help, and you'll see why in a minute. If you don't know Dawn Knight's effect, when it's sent from the deck to the grave, then you can target one light monster in your grave and put it on top of your deck. And if it's sent from the field to the grave, then you can send one light monster from your from your deck to your grave. So it's a very versatile card, and it's perfect for Lightsworns. Because if you mill a monster you don't want, if you mill a monster you want, then you can put it on top of your deck and draw it next turn. Or if there's a card you want to go into your grave, then it's also useful for that. I usually use it for like Wolf or Minerva, somebody whose effect activates in the grave. Ah, yes, this quickly became the most difficult of all my matches right here. but I found a way around it. And right there is the killing blow. Yeah. A few of the cards in the deck I got when I first got my structure deck. The first things I got rid of were um, Vanquishing Light and Alexandrite Dragon because I didn't feel I needed those, and I still am I'm still doing pretty good with that because what I got in the trade was I remember I got Stardust Dragon, and I also got what else did I get? I don't remember. It's been a long, long time. But I got Stardust Dragon and no, sorry, not Stardust Dragon. I got that later. No, I got Wabaku and Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Two cards that have been in my deck for a long time since then. I only recently took Wabaku out because my card sleeves were peeling. And I just couldn't deal with it anymore, so I just took them out. And the only reason why I took Wabaku out was because, unlike the rest of my cards, which are still pretty near mint, Wabaku is really faded, so I can't really use it. Yeah, I've spent a long time fine-tuning this deck, and this deck didn't reach its max potential until like a week ago or maybe two. I was just going through some random card pack, and I came across Silent Honor Arc and Evil Swarm Exiton Knight, and those have since then become my ace cards. They really help me out when I'm in a jam. I mean, I've dueled a lot of people, and a lot of people use Exiton Knight and Arc, but they put the finishing touches on my deck. Yeah, my side deck is relatively small because I don't really have many other cards I put in my deck. Um, the main thing I do is once I get more card sleeves, I'll be swapping Krebons and Wabaku back and forth. That's what Wabaku's in the side deck for. And then also I have Musa Rhythm the String Djinn in my side deck if I ever need it. One monster in my extra deck that you probably won't see because I don't think I've summoned it here is the one I haven't really summoned is number 32 Shark Drake. I never really used those. I never really used Shark Drake because it's just with my other rank 4 Xyz monsters. There's really no need for Shark Drake unless I'm in like a really tight pinch or there's a powerful monster that I need to get rid of on their side of the field. Or a monster whose effect would be useful on my side of the field. That's the only purposes I really use Shark Drake for. Yes. Another card I recently got was Metaphys Harus. I don't remember what I traded for it, but with Harus, it's so diverse because, I mean, two of its effects I don't use. but the main effect is when an effect monster is used as a non-tuner monster to summon this card, then you can target one face-up card on the field when this card is synchro summoned and negate its effects permanently. As long as that card is face-up on the field, its effects are negated. Yeah, I didn't know what they had face down, so I wasn't really going to charge right in with Utopia. But then they activated Gravity Bind, and at this moment, I had completely forgotten, because it just slipped my mind for some reason, that Xyz monsters didn't have levels, so Xyz monsters aren't affected by Gravity Bind. But for some reason, that had completely slipped my mind. And also, I can end it much quicker here. But what I really wanted to do was I was originally going to just destroy everything and win with Judgment Dragon. But I decided to because sometimes I just wanted to make that a perfect 0, don't want to make it any more damage, so I sometimes find myself making it to where I can attack with one monster to just reduces life points down directly to 0. I don't know why, it just happens. Yes, I love Dawn Knight. I just recently got it. It's the most recent card in my deck. Well, other than Crebons, which I just traded for a few days ago, but I got Dawn Knight at Comic-Con. So, it has been a huge help since then. Wait, they had Mirror Force and they didn't use it? Why would they not use Mirror Force? Sometimes I swear this AI. The dev bot can sometimes make some stupid moves, as you're going to see here in this duel. This duel was actually one of my favorites, this final duel. Yeah, I was getting tired of Skull Invitation. Yeah, I ended up returning all their cards to their hand and attacking and attacking. I was thinking I could chain Exton's effect off of half of break, but unfortunately I was wrong. At this point I was tired of all the effect damage, so when I took that 1,000, I quickly just did that. I switched Raikou out. They gave me Blast Sphere. I don't know why, but that's not the worst part, and you'll see the worst part. Trust me on that. So I attack Raikou, and then mill. Here is the worst part. They summon, and then they attack their own Blast Sphere. How does anybody make that mistake? So I banished his face down, which was actually a good move. And then I proceed to I just wait it out. So I just summon Judgment Dragon. And I was originally planning on tributing him to I was originally planning on tributing him to summon Gregonath for the win, but that did not happen. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention, and I ended up going a bit over the limit. But yeah, you didn't miss much. All I did was I set down a trap card and ended my turn. Now it's my turn again. Summon Raiden. Activates effect. During the draw phase, he activates Minor Goblin Official. I attack his face down with Grigonis and win. Now, this was a high-risk maneuver, because I don't know what I could have done. If I had hit Blast Sphere, I would have lost. I would have lost right there. If I had hit Naturia Beans, he'd have 100 life points left. I could have got. I hit the right one, luckily, but if I had activated Swords of Revealing Light, I totally could have made sure I would have lost. So it was my closest match. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the deck. Here it is. So as I said, Musa Rhythm and Wabaku are in my extra deck because I don't really need them right now. Judgment Dragon, Light Ray Diablos, Light Ray Daedalus, good for any Lightsworn deck. As I said, this is mainly based on Realm of Light structure deck. So any Lightsworn monsters in the structure deck you'll find here. So you got Grigonis, Celestia, Wolf, Garoth, 2 Jane, Raiden, 2 Lila, and then Aaron, Arcus, 2 Lumina, Minerva, Shire, and 2 Raikou. And of course Michael. But yeah, in addition I also kept Zephyros, Violon Prism, Honest, Necrogardna, Fabled Raven, and the Fabled Suburl. I kept those monsters because I felt like they were necessary. And I also added in Gaia the Polar Knight. I already told you about Dawn Knight. Super Heavy Samurai Blue Brawler, Heliosphere Dragon, and Krebons. Now, if you haven't figured this out, if you haven't figured this out by now, when I play with Lightsworns, I play where I can special summon a lot of monsters, and if I can't, I usually find a way to stall my opponent to where they can't get to my life points. That's usually where, well, Krebons, you have to pay life points to negate the attack. Blue Brawler cannot be destroyed by battle, and with Heliosphere Dragon, if your opponent has 4 or less cards in their hand, and this is the only monster you control, your opponent cannot attack. Now we went over Dawn Knight's ability, because it is really powerful. Once I saw it, I'm like, I have to get it! And then I'm like, how much is this? And they say, oh, that's $1. I dig into my pocket, pull out change. I only have 95 cents. So I get really disappointed. At Comic-Con. This all happened at Comic-Con. I'm just like really disappointed. I head back over to the trading cards there, the trading card game area, and then I just do some more duels. I luckily run into a guy. He's really cool, really nice. He gives me 5 cents, and I can go buy Dawn Knight. Anyway, yeah. Also, you'll find Solar Recharge, Monster Reincarnation, Foolish Burial, Charge of the Light Brigade, Lightsworn Sanctuary, and 2 Realm of Light. I kept those in. And I also added in Creature Swap, Dark Hole, and Swords of Revealing Light for more of that control. I also managed to keep Beckoning Light, Breakthrough Skill, Scrap Iron Scarecrow, Lightsworn Barrier, and Glorious Illusion, because those I find really those cards are really useful in this deck. You never should take them out. I did take out Skill Successor because I don't need much of a boost to my attack points. I also added in Half Unbreak, so target one monster in the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, any battle damage I take is halved. Mirror Force, we all know what that does, as well as Magic Cylinder and Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Starlight Road, if two or more monsters, when a effect is activated that would destroy two or more cards I control, you can negate that effect, destroy that card, and then you can special summon one Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. And then Divine Wrath, when a monster effect is activated, you can discard one card, negate the activation if you do destroy that monster. My extra deck is pretty diverse, so I could usually Synchro Summon a lot very quickly, or Exceed Summon. Mistworm, as you have seen, you need one tuner and two or more non-tuner monsters to Synchro Summon this, and when it's Synchro Summon, you can target up to 3 cards your opponent controls and return those to the hand. So yeah, it's really helpful in situations where you can't really get anything done because there's certain cards on the field. Red Dragon Archfiend. When after damage calculation, if this card attacked a defense position monster, you destroy all defense position monsters your opponent controls. Downside is during the end phase, you also destroy all monsters you control that have not attacked this turn. So yeah, it's not good to have a defense position monster on the field when you have Red Dragon Archfiend. Thought Ruler Archfiend. Then when this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the grave, you can gain life points equal to that destroyed monster's attack points. And also, if a spell trap card your opponent controls is activated that targets one psychic type monster on the field, aka this card, you can pay 1,000 life points and negate it. And then you destroy it. So yeah, everybody knows Stardust Dragon. Card would be destroyed, tribute this card, negate destruction, then special summon it during that phase. Michael, come on, he's the main outside of Judgment Dragon. He is just the symbol of the Lightsworns. He's just the poster boy. He's not the ace, but he is just the most recognized. You just pay 1,000 life points, target one card on the field, banish it. When this card's destroyed, you can send any number of Lightsworn monsters from your deck from your grave back to your deck, except this one, any other ones, and then you can gain 300 for each card returned. Black Rose Dragon, if it's Synchro Summon, you can just destroy everything, just nuke the field. Metaphys Harus already went over this. It has 3 effects, depending on the type of non-tuner monster used as a Synchro Summon, but I don't use any others because I don't have any normal monsters or pendulum monsters in my deck. But this phase, we'll just go over all of them. Normal, if a non-tuner monster is a normal monster, this face-up card is unaffected by other card effects this turn. If it's an effect monster, which is the only effect I use, you can target one other face-up card on the field and negate that target's effect. And if it's a pendulum monster, your opponent chooses one monster they control and gives control of it to you, but it cannot attack this turn. Anyway, onto the Xyz monsters. I got a lot of them. Mecha Fan Beast Tricosac. I haven't been summoning this guy usually because I've been so busy with the other ones. But yeah, all I need is 2 level 7s. So usually 2 Synchro monsters would do, or the 2 Light Ray monsters. Anyway, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, special summon 2 Mecha Fan Beast tokens. And while you control a token, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. You could tribute 1 Mecha Fan Beast monster, aka token. And then you could target 1 card on the field and destroy it, but then this card cannot attack the turn you activate it. Shark Drake, when this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you detach 1 Xyz material, special summon the destroyed monster, but it loses 1,000 attack. However, if you do so and you summon it, then this card can attack again, only once again. Utopia, just simple. Detach one exceeds material, negate an attack. Silent Honor, detach 2, target 1 special summon attack position monster, and attach it to this as an exceeds material. If it would be destroyed, detach 1 exceeds material instead. Gaga Samurai, detach 1 exceeds material, then target 1 Gaga monster, aka this card. And then it can attack twice. I did not actually know this other effect. I guess I haven't been paying attention. When another monster you control is targeted for an attack while this card is in attack position, you can change this card to defense position, and if you do, change the attack target to this card and perform damage calculation. It's actually pretty useful now. I never knew. Evil Swarm Exiting Knight. Once per chain during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, if your opponent has more total cards in their hand and their side of the field than you do, you can detach 1 exceeds material from this card, destroy all other cards on the field. Also, your opponent takes no further damage this turn. Grinosaurus. When it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can detach 1 exceeds material, and they take 1,000 points of damage. And last but not least, Wind Up Zen Mains. If this face-up card on the field would be destroyed, you can detach 1 exceeds material, and then it won't be destroyed. And once per turn during the end phase, if this effect is activated, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So yeah, that's the basics of the deck. I mean, there are a bunch of combos. I mean, a lot of them involve Necrogardna, or Zephyros, or Wolf, or Dawn Knight, or Lumina. Those are where the oh yeah, I also forgot Fabled Raven. Yeah, those are the main cards in this deck for combos. Once again, this is not a deck if I haven't said before, actually, I am going to say it now. This is just a deck I play for fun. If it is not meant to be used competitively, if you do want to use it competitively, go ahead and try. I mean, it's a decent deck, but competitively, I don't know, because, as I said, this deck is just made with cards that I just get. I do not go out of my way to buy a lot of cards to change the deck in any way. But yeah. Another main thing of this deck, Gaia. His effect is actually pretty handy. I'm not talking about the Banish 1 Light Monster. That's pretty handy too, but I'm talking about Tribute 1 of the Dark Monster. And then you can add 1 Light Warrior type monster from your deck to your hand. So you can add Garoth, Jane, Raiden, or Dawn Knight. And that in itself, those cards in their own right are all really good. So you can tribute you could tribute Zephyros, you could tribute Krebons, you could tribute Necrogardna. That would be a good combo, by the way. Yeah, you tribute Necrogardna as well. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all you contribute through its effect. But it also, well, actually, there are more in the extra deck. I have done this once, tributing Red Dragon Archfiend. You could also tribute Thought Ruler, but come on, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah. So, yeah, this has been my my actual Lightsworn deck, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you all later.